What was your actual idea? Coding studio start చేస్తున్నాం.
So there is a story behind Coding Studio. It's like an origin story filled with passion. Since day one, I've noticed that there has been a lack of coding culture in BBI. Then I decided, why do I need to have a support of a forum? Why not start a new forum of mine and do the same thing? I just told them the idea that we can start this, and this can actually bring coding culture in BBIT, which was much needed. I had an idea for the logo. I drew the logo on my hand and I showed it to my friend also, when I told this is going to be the logo and this is going to be the forum. And we started coding studio like that.
Something which you want to describe about your idea.
Engineering for me is ultimately bringing something to life.
Did you ever bunk classes? Did you bunk?
Yeah, lots of times. We just bunked for the sake of bunking. Bunk feel గా ఉంటుందో చూడడానికి.
ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ చూసుకుంటే ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ వి హావ్ 1 million ఇంజనీర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇండియా గ్రాడ్యుయేటింగ్. దాంట్లో ఎంతమంది ఎంఎస్కి వెళ్ళిపోతారో తెలియదు, ఎంతమంది ప్లేస్ అవుతారో తెలియదు, ఎంతమంది ఏం చేయకుంటారో తెలియదు. ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ జాబ్ వి హావ్ 10 people వెయిటింగ్. అంతమంది కాంపిటీషన్ లో హౌ కెన్ యూ స్టాండ్ అవుట్?
The question is, why do we have only one job? These 10 people can also create jobs.
The question is, why are IITians getting paid more? అసలు ఏం డిఫరెన్స్ వస్తుంది IITians కి అండ్ టైర్ 2 అండ్ టైర్ 3 కాలేజ్?
I don't think only IITians are getting paid more. A person who hires you, వాడు ఏం చూస్తాడంటే నువ్వు నా కంపెనీకి ఎంత ప్రాఫిట్ చేయగలవు.
Hi, this is Anish Visam and you are now watching Talks. So, hi Anna.
Hello.
It's our pleasure that you are here.
My pleasure too.
వచ్చారు.
Yeah.
So, we'll start a podcast and starting నుంచి కూడా we're not going to complex segments వెళ్ళకుండా we'll start from the thing which you have started.
Okay.
నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసిన ఒక సెగ్మెంట్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాము.
Okay.
కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో. Can I call that your baby?
Yeah, it is my baby.
Because మీరు స్క్రాచ్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేశారు.
Yeah.
What was your actual idea? కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు.
So there is a story behind Coding Studio. It's like an origin story, which is filled with passion and like encouragement and everything. It all goes back to one random day when Sridhar sir was teaching. He calls me and says that I've been to some college and I've seen that in that college they have Python club, C club,
Yeah.
and so on. Why don't you start something for our college? And that talk ended there itself. Did not go beyond that. I was recruited as vice chair of IEEE VBITSB, Computer Society. So I was a vice chair of that, as far as I remember. So since day one, I've noticed that there has been a lack of coding culture in BBIT. Like, as much as people are being pushed to make presentations, people were not being pushed to attend coding competitions. So much so that people are not even aware the different coding competitions that go on.
Yes.
And it kind of becomes ironic for an engineering college. So this was there in the back of my mind. No one had heard of Google Summer of Code. No one had heard of Code Chef. It's weekly contests and everything. So I thought, why not leverage my vice chair Computer Society position to bring this change?
Yeah.
So I was pretty excited. So what I thought is basically a progress schedule that we can do, wherein we can have weekly contests being run for students of BBIT, so that at least there'll be some inculcation of coding culture in BBIT. That was the whole primary agenda. But due to some reasons, my pilot didn't take off with BBITSB. And so then I decided, why do I need to have a support of a forum? Why not start a new forum of mine and do the same thing? So I had a incredible support of my friends. So I reached out to them and I just told them the idea that we can start this, and this can actually bring coding culture in VBIT, which was much needed.
Yes, yes.
So when there is that feeling that this is required, no matter what, ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా కావాల్సిందే, then I think you can go against anyone and do anything. I think that. So I had incredible support with the faculty as well. So Sridhar sir was there right then and there. He's like, I told you since beginning, why don't you? So it's a call back to the one I told previously. So he's like, why don't we start with it? So I remember I had an idea for the logo. I drew the logo on my hand and I showed it to my friend Kaustubh, and I told that this is going to be the logo and this is going to be the forum. And we started coding studio like that. And it has been an incredible journey. So much so that I can say that my whole engineering, if I had to sum down to one footnote, it will be coding studio. Yeah.
So what is that one thing మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో వల్ల స్టూడెంట్స్ వచ్చే ఒక అడ్వాంటేజ్?
So many things actually. Coding studio basically was built to introduce students to how the industry performs. For example, if you go to any software industry, the basic fundamental thing is to know version control.
Yes.
So people in VBIT did not know version control before. So they did not know GitHub. They did not know Git as a version control system. So actually the first task we did with Coding Studio was to introduce people to GitHub.
Yes.
Create their GitHub accounts.
Yes.
Make them follow us. So we give this thing. So I mean that's just one basic thing. But apart from that, we had many coding competitions that were enthralling. So we were actually able to prove that you will have the same kind of entertainment using with coding as you have with other events.
Yes.
So I think for an engineering college especially, that is something that was lacking.
కోడింగ్
Where you bring programming to entertainment and you have fun while building stuff. So I think that we were able to bring that.
ఈవెన్ మేము కూడా చూస్తుంటాం మా సీనియర్స్ ఒక్కసారి కోడింగ్ వచ్చేంత వరకు కూడా దట్ విల్ బి డిఫరెంట్ థింగ్, బట్ వన్స్ యూ స్టార్ట్ కోడింగ్ ద ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఆర్ ద ఫన్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఒక కోడింగ్ క్రాక్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు
అది కొంచెం స్టార్టింగ్ గానే ఉంటుంది.
Yeah.
తర్వాత అది చేస్తూ ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్ అగైన్. Yeah, but at least the starting kick you get when you see your program running, or when you see your code being published somewhere, or it's working somewhere,
Yeah.
and especially someone using your code, that gives another high, I think. And for an engineer, I think that's the high that you should chase.
we have a club with that అనేది ఇట్స్ a branch association, and దాంట్లోంచి డీటాక్స్ అని ఒక దాని మేము తీసుకురావడానికి it took us 3 months.
Okay.
పర్మిషన్స్ తీసుకురావాలి. It was a big mess for us. వెళ్ళాలి, we have to coordinate with people, we have to coordinate with our faculty, to principal.
Right.
But it took us a very big journey. అలాగే కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు what was your journey?
So I still remember, I still have that presentation wherein because I told you right, ఇది కావాలి మన కాలేజ్ కి అన్న ఫీలింగ్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉండే నాకు. ఖచ్చితంగా కావాలి, there's no other way to go. మీరు ఈ డోర్ క్లోజ్ చేస్తే ఐ ఫైండ్ అనదర్ డోర్, బట్ దిస్ షుడ్ హ్యాపెన్ somehow. So I think even faculty knew and realized that they knew that we need this అని చెప్పి. So వెంటనే they agreed. I don't think so we had any major
Faculty, yeah.
or at least I don't remember now. Then they might not be that major back then.
Very faculty are there.
IT faculty are very yeah. So IT faculty చాలా సపోర్టివ్ ఉంటారు. నాకు గుర్తొచ్చినప్పుడు ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ సో అలా ఏం లేకుండే. సో ఇట్ వాస్ ఆల్
complete.
ఇట్ వాస్ ఆల్ గుడ్. అండ్ ఫస్ట్ నాకు ఏం గుర్తుందంటే వి మేడ్ ఎ ప్రెసెంటేషన్, వి గ్యాదర్డ్ అందరినీ, ద ఫ్యాకల్టీ ఆఫ్ సిఎస్సి అండ్ ఐటీ అందరినీ గ్యాదర్ చేసి, there was a auditorium, Sadhana అనుకుంటా, which is in the second floor of Sujan Global, first floor of Sujan Global.
No, that's Chetana.
No, not Chetana. There's another small auditorium, Sadhana.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
So because అప్పుడు we are just starting కదా, మాకు చేతన ఇవ్వలేదు.
Yeah.
So సరే చేతన ఇవ్వకండి, we will do it in any order అని చెప్పి మేము started with this. We just called the faculty, we said we are starting this forum and we are the members. We are going to change మొత్తం VBIT చరిత్ర చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పటి నుంచి అని చెప్పి we told that. October 27th was the date. I remember 2018 when my baby was born.
It's different. Working for something is different.
Yeah.
You've created something. So create చేసినప్పుడు మీరు నేర్చుకున్న కొన్ని skills.
See, I think to start something, the only skill you need is to be able to convince the other person.
Yes.
మీకు ఎంత వచ్చో మీకు రాదో, that is up to you.
Yeah.
But all matters is if you are able to convince the other person or not. So, but I was not a scam or con artist, so I knew a little bit of programming. Programming came naturally to me. It was a natural interest. But I think I just knew basics of HTML, JS, and I knew basics of C programming, Java. That's it. No, nothing as major as. So there was no prerequisite. No one came and told me that, Kunal, you need this to start this. No one told me. We were having super conviction. Chala conviction unde ma. Conviction, I don't know Telugu lo emanto. So I'll just use conviction. So chala conviction unde ma that start cheyali ani cheppi. So I think with that conviction, no one questioned us. Ki meekanta stomata unda. మీకంత స్తోమత ఉందా చేయొచ్చా అని చెప్పి, కానీ మాకు సంకల్పం ఉండే. సో దాన్ని ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసి ఇంకా మేము క్రియేట్ చేసేసాము.
Perfect. Yeah. So now coming to your engineering side, something which you want to describe about your engineering.
So engineering for me is ultimately bringing something to life that was there. That I don't know what Oxford dictionary describes engineering as, but that is how Kunal dictionary describes engineering as. So దేన్నైనా లైఫ్ కి తీసుకురావాలి,
Yes.
జీవితానికి తీసుకురావాలి.
No, not
Grammar mistakes, sorry. So to bring something to life, that's what engineering is. Because there is an entire field of research where people do research day in day out.
Yes.
Kani engineers are the one who bring that to life, right? Look around you.
Yes.
Everything is possible only due to engineers.
Yes.
The world is actually moving forward due to
Yeah.
engineers. So all the other professions work hard to maintain the world as it is. Doctors work hard to maintain the patient's health.
Yeah.
Accountants work hard to maintain the economy or whatever. But engineers are the only ones who show that this is the way forward.
Yes.
For example, in the recent ChatGPT and LLM's revolution, if you see, engineers showed that there is a way where you can talk to a person or an AI system in this way also. This is also possible.
Yes.
So that paved a path. So that is what engineering is to me, bringing something to life.
Yeah. Your engineering experiences, if you want to add some.
Yeah, it was very funny actually. I'll tell you what. So this was my thought process even before coming to BBA. In fact, you remember there is a orientation ceremony that happens for all the first years, and after the orientation ceremony, first year వాళ్ళని నుంచోబెడతారు.
Yes.
Someone మాట్లాడతారు ఏమైనా ఉంటుంది. నేను అప్పుడు ఏదో తోపులాగా నుంచోబెట్టి I want to bring coding culture to BBIT అని చెప్తాను. I did not know anything about that. Cut to my first year, I have to revise physics formulas, chemistry formulas. ఏంటిది ఇక్కడ వచ్చా నేను ఎందుకు వచ్చాను నేను, అండ్ దెన్ అగైన్ సేమ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఆర్ హ్యాపెనింగ్, అండ్ oh my god, VW ఉండే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో, that was like a crazy subject. I still hate that subject to the core. I actually topped my class in VW. I don't know how I did that. I still don't know how I did
Top 2 steps.
Yeah.
You don't know how you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I still remember I should say my crush that I don't know who will top, but I topped. So that was the only silver lining out of BW I got. Nothing else I got. So, but it rocket learning hit hard again.
Okay.
That was a big bummer. Fortunately, I had a friend, son of Anjali, who was in my class, and we started doing experiments. We started talking about tech. He used to challenge me a lot. and I used to feel a little intimidated, but then I used challenging a lot. So it was stupid ideas though. We thought, why don't we make a auto following suitcase? We put suitcase తీసుకెళ్తారు కదా ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ లో, ఎందుకు క్యారీ చేయాలి, ఇట్ కెన్ somehow connect to your phone and follow you అని చెప్పి. The thought was, I was having a platform to discuss such things, and I think people should be doing that. See, only because you say that idea doesn't mean that you have to make it happen. But
It's all about the idea.
I think a different set of neurons kick in your brain ఇలా మాట్లాడతారు. So that was how it started for me. అప్పుడు కోడ్ చేయడం స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. It was not only limited to the lab exams, but we coded beyond that. We used to solve problems beyond that. We used to build applications beyond that. So we actually built a working prototype for Avishkar. So I still remember I told this line during my Avishkar presentation, saying that all PPTs you see here are just PPTs, but we built something working prototype. And for that overconfidence only, I got second. Yeah, otherwise I would have got first. ఇది చెప్పగానే జడ్జెస్ వాళ్ళు చాలా ఓవర్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా ఉన్నాడు వీడు అని చెప్పి రిజెక్టెడ్ పాయింట్స్. బట్ దెన్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ ఇంటర్ కాలేజ్ కాంపిటీషన్ అనుకుంటాం, ఇంటర్ కాలేజ్ when we compete with other colleges, right? Then they gave me first. Avishkar first, intra round I got second. Yes, inter round I got first. అప్పటికి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ తగ్గిపోయింది. I knew how to do it.
You were grounded.
Yeah, I was grounded. Yes.
వీటికి ఎగ్జామ్స్ అనగానే టాపర్స్ లైక్ ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అవుతారో తెలియదు కానీ, బట్ మాలాంటి వాళ్ళకి మాత్రం మీ మీద 1 night బ్యాటింగ్ చేస్తాము. ముందు రోజు రాత్రి లేకపోతే ముందు రోజు మార్నింగ్ ఫిక్స్ చేయాలి, ఇంపార్టెంట్ చదువుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలి, మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. ఇస్ దట్ యూస్ఫుల్ యాక్చువల్లీ అలా వచ్చే మార్క్స్?
So the whole way BTech is designed, I don't know how it is right now. The way it is designed back when I was studying is that universities like JNTU and OU grade you for your memorization part.
Yes.
They don't grade you for an engineer you are. Oh, that was nice now. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, right? If you are grading yourself for how good your memory is, so you'll be able to memorize anything given time. Right? Anyone will be able to do that unless there's some problem. So the engineering అనేది comes down to మీరు ఎంత మంచిగా బట్టి కొట్టగలరు. That is the fundamental thing. And that is what happens, right? Toppers అనే వాళ్ళు they memorize better. People who do 1 night battings, they won't be able to memorize better.
Yeah.
Or whatever for example, if the luck is in your favor, you were able to memorize only those questions which came in exam. I mean, నాకు 8 points వచ్చాయనుకుంటున్నాను, but luck is not in your favor, you will get it back. So when I was in my engineering, I was kind of a rebel. ఎలా అంటే I hated SIA all-in-one. All SIA publishers, I hate you. I hate SIA all-in-one. Okay. And I used to see all my classmates carrying these huge blue books, SIA all-in-one, okay? Right before the exam, center ముందు కూర్చుంటారు, క్లాస్ ముందు కూర్చుంటారు, బుక్స్ తీసుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. I used to despise that. ఎలా అంటే నేను చెప్పేవాడిని కాదు, నాట్ లైక్ గోయింగ్ అండ్ టెలింగ్ పాయింటింగ్ అవుట్ యూ. నేను I used to download all the PDFs of books that were recommended in the syllabus. JNT used to give a syllabus, but JNT used to have books and recommended books also, reference learning also. To be really honest, downloading that gave another dopamine hit. Okay, just so that. And a folder lo anni books untayi. I still have my Google Drive wherein I have all the books. And to be really honest, I was not able to complete all the books also because they were technically very complex to understand. I did not even have GPT back then to summarize and explain me and everything. Although, what I liked about it is that whatever marks I scored was from that itself. So that rebel in me, వాడికి he satisfied. ఎందుకంటే I did not touch all of them. I at least studied from textbooks.
Where you want.
I at least learned from concepts. I did not learn important questions. So that was there. So అందుకే మేబీ ఐ డెడ్ నాట్ గెట్ ద నేమ్ అండ్ రోల్ ఆఫ్ ఓనర్. నేను కూడా సీఎం ఆల్మోస్ట్ పట్టుకుంటే వచ్చేది, బట్ స్టిల్ ఐ డోంట్ గెట్ ఇట్ నౌ.
So coming to fun side of your, did you ever bunk classes? Did you bunk classes?
Yeah, lots of times.
Funny stories with the faculty దొరికిపోయి.
నాకు ఇంకా గుర్తుంది, ద ఫస్ట్ టైం వెన్ వి బంక్, ఇట్ వాజ్ మీ, సనత్ అండ్ మై ఫ్రెండ్ అండ్ సత్య అని అనదర్ ఫ్రెండ్, 3 of us. సో అప్పుడు వి జస్ట్ బంక్డ్ ఫర్ ద సేక్ ఆఫ్ బంకింగ్. బంక్ ఫీల్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో చూడడానికి. యునో వెన్ యూ ట్రై సంథింగ్ బ్యాడ్, ఫస్ట్ టైం యూ ట్రై జస్ట్ టు సీ ద ఫీల్ హౌ ఇట్ ఇస్. సో వి జస్ట్ డిడ్ ఫర్ దట్. అసలు అజెండా ఓన్లీ వాజ్ దట్, అసలు బంక్ కొట్టే ఆ ఫీల్ ఎలా ఉందో చూద్దాం అని.
Any crazy good stories like దొరికిపోయి?
So I tell us what happened then. So it was the last period. We bunked the last period. So we carefully dodged the faculty. We told we are going to library, and we came out and went to 50 block. అక్కడ క్యాంటీన్ ఉండే. So we went and sat in the canteen, and నాకు ఫుల్ హై వస్తుంది ఇలా ఫైనల్లీ వి బంక్డ్ అని చెప్పి అక్కడ క్యాంటీన్ లో అప్పుడే సమోసా చేస్తున్నాడు. సమోసా ఇంకా పెప్సీ ఉండే అప్పుడు. మై ఫ్రెండ్ డ్రాంక్ మౌంటైన్ డ్యూ, ఐ స్టిల్ రిమెంబర్. సో వాడికి మౌంటైన్ డ్యూ, మాకు పెప్సీ తీసుకొని ఇలా కూర్చొని తింటున్నా. ఐ హ్యాడ్ ద ఫస్ట్ బైట్ ఆఫ్ సమోసా. డోర్ ఓపెన్ అయితే స్వర్గమాన్ కేమ్ ఇన్సైడ్, అండ్ స్వర్గమాన్ వాజ్ మై బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్. సో షీ న్యూ మీ, కునాల్ బంక్ కొడుతున్నావా అనేసి లేదు మా పీరియడ్ అయిపోయింది. బట్ షీ న్యూ అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఐ న్యూ. సో దట్ వాజ్ మై ఫస్ట్ బంక్. దాని తర్వాత లైక్ ఎనీ బ్యాడ్ హ్యాబిట్ ఇట్ బికేమ్ రెగ్యులర్. సో హై ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా we used to bunk. So as and when it came to third year, we had official license to bunk. Coding studio only. So whatever, but we did work only. We did not do anything else. So ఏమైనా కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో వర్క్స్ ఉంటే we sat in the HQ and we did.
ఫ్యాకల్టీతో ఎప్పుడు కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో దగ్గర ఉంటున్నావు, యు ఆర్ నాట్ బీయింగ్ ఇన్
every faculty will tell you the same thing. Kunal, ఏదో ఒక ఈవెంట్ వెళ్ళిపో. This is what I used to tell. But thank God I was academically decent. So even they know that I cracked the exam, that will not be an issue. So they did not give me. So whoever is watching this podcast, I'm telling the same thing to them, that until unless you are academically decent, you are performing good, no one will come against you. They'll only come in favor of you. So గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ కాలేజ్కి ఎందుకు వస్తున్నారు, చదువుకోండి ఫస్ట్. చదువుకోండి ఫస్ట్.
సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి వి కేమ్ టు దిస్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ టాపిక్ కాబట్టి, హౌ ఇస్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ విత్ యువర్ బీటెక్ ఫ్రెండ్స్? అంటే ఎలా మెయింటైన్ చేశారు?
కోడింగ్ స్టూడియో గేవ్ మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆఫ్ మై లైఫ్. ఐ వుడ్ బి అ వెరీ lonely soul if not for maybe not exactly coding studio, because I met them before coding studio. So yeah, VDT gave me friends of my life, and that is really true. All those happy days and all movies lo chupistaru kada, that is really true. Until unless you are this one person, what pakka untadu prati class lo roju vastadu, evartho maatladadu, anni notes complete untayi, vaadi panu cheskoni velipotadu. Until unless you are that person, I think you will make friends, and the friends you make, most likely they will stay with you for long, because I think engineering lo you have the liberty of going out and you moving away from your home circle. You don't have the restriction of coming back home at this time and all. So you'll do a lot of stuff because engineering, you see, is your end of teenage and beginning of adult age. It's the right perfect time where you can actually make good friends. But be very careful, because it's a double-edged sword. It can even kill you, and you can use it to kill others. So
now let's bust a myth now. There is a myth, engineering first year lo unna gang fourth year ki undadu.
Exactly undadu. Are na first year birthday ki 10 members వచ్చారు మా ఇంటికి. 10 members లో నాకు పేర్లు కూడా తెలియదు. They just came to my home. బియర్ బాటిల్ తీసుకున్నారు, వచ్చేసారు. వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే వీడి బర్త్డే ఉంది కదా తాగుదాం అని చెప్పి, దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ సెలబ్రేషన్. నాకు అప్పటికి మెచ్యూరిటీ రాలేదు, బర్త్డేకి తాగుతారా అని. సో వాళ్ళేమో నాకు వచ్చే నాకు ఎందుకు తాగుదాం, వాటి తాగుదాం, ఐ డోంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. సో వాళ్ళకి కూడా అర్థమైంది దట్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అ ఫిట్ ఫర్ దెమ్. నాకు కూడా అర్థమైంది దట్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అ ఫిట్ ఫర్ దెమ్. సెకండ్ ఇయర్ బర్త్డేకి ఎవరు రాదు, బికాస్ మై బర్త్డే ఇస్ ఇన్ సెప్టెంబర్ అండ్ యూస్ సెప్టెంబర్ ఇస్ దట్ లైక్ వెరీ like what you can say, it's a puberty period in engineering, because August it will start.
Yes.
And by the time September comes, you don't really know if he's your friend or not. So Kunal birthday అని చెప్పి వేసుకొని వచ్చేసారు వాళ్ళందరూ. It was very awkward for me because they were down in my cellar with like drinks అని పట్టుకొని. My relatives were coming from the other way, so I had to tell them to go so that my relatives will come. And then it was, but yeah, they also came to me. Definitely, if at all your gang stays the same throughout the 4 years, it either means you're really lucky or it means you guys are faking with each other. So either of the two.
After graduation, what did you do? Any startup ideas, like whether you have joined something, either a company joined a place, all of that?
So this is also a good story actually. It's also కొంచెం dramatic. I was having a weird mindset back then that like I should be having a brand with me. I should be aiming for the next big thing next, like going to IIT or going to NIT. I should go to some like a next level brand. I was having this whole mindset. So again, being a rebel, I did not attend any placement exams that were going on. Did not attend any placement exams. So again, my savior, Sridhar Reddy sir, he comes to me and he says, Kunal, other faculties are telling me that Kunal is not getting placed. That is hitting my ego. So at least for me, you write one exam. You throw that offer letter on my face and you do whatever you want to. For me, you do this. So I said, okay, sir. Me person kada. I'll do whatever. Exam mein kada. I'll give one. There was this company called as Technovert, which came back then. So Technovert was the only company out of all the companies which did not put any restriction on your branch. So no matter you are from civil kavachu, mechanical kavachu, CSE kavachu, exam రాయొచ్చు. Technovert exam రాయొచ్చు. You have the ability to write the exam. Meet the companies are there. You have to be from CS or IT. You have to have this much of cutoff.
Yeah, percentage into it.
So the entire college wrote the exam. Entire college. So there were different stages of the exam. First stage, కొంతమంది వెళ్ళిపోయారు. Second stage, కొంతమంది వెళ్ళిపోయారు. Third stage, కొంతమంది వెళ్ళిపోయారు. And then there were, I think, around 30 odd people that were selected to go to in-campus Technovert to get the interview. Again, I am doing this only for Sridhar sir. I have no personal interest. I was just having in my mind that I have to give him this offer letter and do gate preparation to join some IIT or something. I was sitting in the Technovert's lobby when gate has announced, or the IIT council announced, that there will be no stipend. I think they decrease the stipend for MTech students. That changed a lot for me because financially I have to replan that. My plan until then was to take the stipend and somehow do visa. ఏదో నడిపారు. కానీ ఇప్పుడు స్టైపెండ్ తక్కువ అయిపోతే ఎలా అని చెప్పి గేట్ కొంచెం అప్పటికప్పుడు కొంచెం వెళ్ళిపోయింది. చూద్దాం అయినా కానీ I attended the interview. There were 3 rounds, I think 3 or 2 rounds then. In person attended there. And I, along with my friend also, we were only 2 people to crack Technovert's role. And this happened in 3-2 actually. 3-2 place it. 3-2 lo we cracked the company and we got the offer letter. I came back and thought, sir, నేను అడిగారు నేను ఇచ్చేసాను. But then since this gate thing went aside because of the stipend issue and I didn't have any other means to survive after engineering, I thought I have to do job now. Because what next? I had some liabilities to pay. What next after engineering? So I had to do job. There was no other option. And Technovert I got. And Technovert people were giving me internship from like 4th year, 3 to ending person. And they were paying 15,000 right then and there. So I would be earning that much being in VBIT only. That was a big deal for me. I think this was the first time in VBIT history or what, I don't know. I went to Technoworks management. I told them I'll join your company, but what you're offering is less. Yeah, I'm join upon. If you increase this number to 50%, only then I join. I don't know how I did that. I still don't know how I did that, but we managed to go and negotiate, saying that this number is less. We'll join your company, but we want this number. So Technowork management were like, fine, we'll do one thing. 2 months you have to come to Technowork and work for free.
As a boot camp.
As a boot camp. So that we'll test if your guys are willing to do it or not. Boot camp ayapayaka, if you guys prove, we'll increase your salary. If you don't prove, it will be the same. So those 2 months went to Technowork, did how much ever I could to prove them that I am capable of that number. So in fact, we managed to get what we asked, and our pay was increased by 50%. So even this TMV sir told the same thing, that whenever this happened, that student went and negotiated and told that I want this bigger salary, you have to give me bigger salary. But yeah, that is what happened then.
So normal engineering statistics చూసుకుంటే ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ వి హావ్ 1 million ఇంజనీర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇండియా గ్రాడ్యుయేటింగ్. దాంట్లో ఎంత మంది ఎంఎస్కి వెళ్ళిపోతారో తెలియదు, ఎంత మంది ప్లేస్ అవుతారో తెలియదు, ఎంత మంది ఏం చేయకుంటారో తెలియదు. సో నార్మల్ బేసిక్ మ్యాథ్స్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ జాబ్ వి హావ్ 10 people వెయిటింగ్. అంత మంది కాంపిటీషన్ లో హౌ కెన్ యూ స్టాండ్ అవుట్?
The question is, why do we have only one job? So these 10 people can also create jobs. So you should think of it in that way. 1 million engineers are actually less. For a country like India to flourish, you need more engineers.
Yes.
So that more and more technologies can be presented. More competitions can happen. Now, let's say if you take about Ola Electric, Ather are, I think, the two, and TVS iQube and all. If there is another player who comes tomorrow and says that I'm offering superior technology at lesser price, what happens to these three? They will somehow decrease the price. But at the end of the day, who's getting benefited? The Indians are getting benefited. So if this fourth guy should come, it means what? We need more engineers to come. So the question is not the quantity of engineers. The question is the quality of engineers that we need. So that is the problem, that every college should aspire to produce high quality engineers as possible. And it's not like Indian colleges are not capable of doing that. Our army is high quality. Indian army is one of the top armies of the world. So even that is an Indian institution, right? So when an Indian institution can produce something of top-notch quality, it means we have it in our blood to do that. Why not that with engineering? So we can figure it out. We can do it. But the thing is, are you willing to do it?